Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my favorites for the month of August. August literally came and went within like 2 seconds. I don't feel like it ever happened. Actually, I'm filming this today and my boyfriend comes home from Colorado today, so it's pretty exciting. So I have been trying a bunch of products and I really love a lot of them. So if you want to see what I have been loving this month, then just keep watching. Okay, I find that when I make lists of why I like products, I stay more on target. So we're going to stay on task today, and I'm not going to mumble about stupid things that are not relevant. Okay, so the first favorite for this month is this. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in the shade Rosé Champagne, and specifically this color. I have tried their other shades. I think I tried Apricot in the middle, which was also really nice, but I think this one is just extraordinary. This is such a nice, pretty, neutral blush, and I feel like it goes with a variety of looks. Like I could be wearing it with a deep smoky eye, or I could be wearing it on a super natural day with a colorful look. I really feel like it fits a lot of different looks because it's so neutral toned. And actually, when I picked this up in the store, I thought this was going to be the most boring blush I'd ever seen, but honestly this is one of the most exciting blushes in my collection and is one that I have just been gravitating toward. I love how it makes my cheeks look. I love the sheen it gives, and I hate shimmery blushes. I don't know how many times I've expressed how much I don't like shimmery bronzers or shimmery blushes. I just think they look super unnatural and unflattering on my face, but this one has shimmers and I really like it. Okay, so it may be shimmery and like you could see there's like little glitters or little shimmers in here, but honestly when you apply it to the face it just becomes a sheen, kind of like the butter bronzer where it just gives a sheen to your face, not necessarily a glitter or a shimmer, but just something that makes your cheeks look healthy and alive and not so matte, because a lot of things are very matte today, and I think that just having a little bit of something like a satin finish is very flattering to the cheeks, and I think this definitely has that. But this is a great quality, this is super affordable. There's always coupons to places like CVS where this is sold, and you could get this for literally nothing if you get those CVS coupons that just stack up on each other. So this has been a favorite. I love this so much and I want to go out and buy more colors of this. Okay, so my next favorite is actually from the Kathleen Lights ColourPop collab, the Zodiac collection collab. This is the Luxe lipstick in the shade What's Your Sign, this beautiful nude. I have been loving this more than I thought. Now the Luxe lipstick formula I first tried with a Makeup by Shayla collab, and I got the Quickie shade, and it was like really nice light nude. I loved it for, obviously I'm super fair and it fit me really nicely. So I wanted to try out more, and I love all of the lipsticks that Kathleen has collabed with. I own most of them, so I was like, this is perfect because a bullet lipstick I prefer over a liquid lipstick. And here it is. Now, I think this is a great color. It's a super neutral nude. It doesn't pull too warm or too cool tone, and I like that because I typically don't go toward a warm tone nudes. I like either cool tones or neutrals. This also is like a My Lips But Better shade. This is just a little more, a little bit more yellow toned, I guess, than the typical lipsticks that I wear, but this is really nice. I love the formula of these. They are super creamy. And even though they kind of dry down a bit, even though they're a creme finish, it's not uncomfortable. And like if it starts to wear off during the day, which all bullet lipsticks do, you can just apply it over whatever is remaining on your lips and it doesn't like pill up on itself or like get that weird butthole situation. This is a really great nude and I have really been loving this so much. This is really good. Okay, so my next favorite is this. This is from the Kathleen Lights and Zodiac collection. This is the actual palette. I have a full first impressions on this collection. I will link that down below. But this is the palette, and first of all, I just love the packaging of this collection so much. I think it's so beautiful, and the actual palette itself is stunning. What I like most about this palette is it's an interesting color selection. I feel like right now we're either getting super colorful palettes or like super neutral palettes, and there's not really an in-between, but I feel like this is a great in-between because we have these neutral shades right here that kind of go in with anything, but you also have these pops of color that may look like they don't work in this palette format, but everything works together so well that you can get a nice deep smoky eye with this Capricorn shade. You can get a nice colorful pop with the Pisces. You can get everyday shades with the Taurus, the Virgo, the Leo. You can get everything you want. And what I like most about this is the variety of finishes within this palette, because this shade, the Libra, is a satin finish of a eyeshadow, so if you wear it on its own, like just this on your lid, it gives that nice satiny, healthy sheen to your eyes, which I really, really like. It also has a great selection of matte shadows, like the Taurus, the Virgo, the Aquarius, and the Sagittarius. So there's 4 mattes, but those 4 mattes like work together so well that the looks can be created. And we also have some pretty chunky glitters like this, the Pisces, but also these really softly pressed, insanely pigmented metallics. And then I think the Aries is like I feel like it's a satin metallic, because it is a metallic finish, but also it's not nearly like the Gemini. It's just a little bit different. It has like a sheen to it. So I think this is really nice because there's such a unique color selection, a unique range of finishes, and the formulation on these shadows is just insane. The next favorite may be kind of boring for some, but I've been really liking it. So one of my favorite YouTubers is Jamie Page Beauty here on YouTube. I will link her channel down below. If you haven't checked her out, she is amazing. She's super funny, she's super relatable, and she's like just a makeup genius. I love her so much. She has been raving about the Bare Minerals Bare Serum Concealer for probably the entire time I've been watching her, for 2 years. And I bought this during the Christmas sale that Ulta had in December, and I tried it once in January and I hated it, and I put it to the side. Recently though, it has come back into my life and I love it so much. The problem is I can't use this concealer on its own because it is way too dark, and this is the lightest shade. The shade selection for these concealers are pretty poor. They don't go nearly light enough nor dark enough for the full range of skin tones, so it's depressing that I can't use this all year round. But when I have just the smallest bit of a tan, I mix this in with another concealer and this is just magical. This is like one of the most dewy concealers I've ever used. Like, you put it under your eyes and it's just like hydration central. It is honestly amazing because I have dry skin, and one of the worst things is having under eyes that are dry looking. This totally hydrates it. This has a great amount of coverage. This mixes well with other concealers too, and it's so enjoyable. It's so creamy, it's so blendable, it is so pigmented, it sits so well under the eyes, and it doesn't crease as badly as I expected it to because it's a serum concealer. I thought it was going to crease more than like a regular matte concealer, but this is really good. I have been wearing it all month and I can't get enough of it. And if you mix this with a matte concealer, which is what I have been doing, you get this great natural matte under the eye look when you set it with powder, and that is like what I go for, because it does like dewy up during the day when the oils start to seep through, but it doesn't ever break up or look bad. It's just Jamie Page, you were right. Okay, I actually have another palette this month. I've been discovering some things. I recently did a Wet n Wild, like full face of Wet n Wild one brand tutorial. I'll also link that down below. I'm linking so many things, I'm so sorry. But I found the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette this month, and this has been one of my favorite palettes like ever. I think it has taken that title. I love this so much. First of all, it is $5.99. You could always get coupons and make it cheaper. It is so affordable. I love the range of shimmers that we get in this. This whole section here are shimmers, and these two here are mattes. I know this is like a new formulated palette that they used to have in other Comfort Zone palette, but it was all shimmers. And I really appreciate that they put the mattes in, and these mattes work so well with the shimmers that we have here. I love the intensity of these shimmers. Some of these, like this one here, has a lot of glitters, but you could just tap that glitters off and use that as a deepening shade. These just look so nice on the eyes. They perform like high-end eyeshadows, but this is $5.99. It is like the perfect palette, especially if you're just starting to get into makeup. They blend so nicely. They aren't patchy. They're super creamy. I'm just so happy and surprised by the new formula. I really loved this palette, and I picked it up on a whim, and I'm really happy I did, because I literally have not been able to put it down. When I don't know what I want on my eyes, I just reach for this, and it gives me a great eyeshadow day. Any day I use it. And the last favorite is kind of like an honorable mention. I have a very bad habit of ripping my nails off. Like, I will like rip them as soon as they start to like break or do anything weird, I just rip them off. It's a very, very, very bad habit, and I've been trying to kick that habit by wearing nail polishes. So let me just give a shout out to one of the best nail polishes I've ever used. I've used OPI, I've used Essie, I've used a whole bunch of brands that I don't even remember the names of, but the best formula by far is this. This is KL Polish. I know this is like super Kathleen Lights, like heavy this month, but honestly, the formula of these nail polishes, is actually what I'm wearing today, is crazy insane. They are pigmented and they dry down really well. I don't feel like you can use just one layer. I'm not one who likes a sheer nail polish. I like one that is pretty opaque. So I do use 2 to 3 layers with these nail polishes. These just dry down so well, and once they dry down, they do not budge. I can wear this for 2 weeks and have minimal chipping, which is crazy. And because of these nail polishes staying so well, I haven't been tempted to rip off my nails. And look at this. They're growing. Also, the color selections are just insane. They just had a huge big sale and I picked up 2 bundles. So I picked up 6 colors and I had 3 additional colors. I just think the formula is great. They're affordable, and I think they're better than OPI and Essie, honestly. And that's not just because Kathleen did these. I think they're really just incredible nail polishes with incredible colors. Okay guys, that completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to. Tell me about your favorites for this month. I'm always looking to try out new makeup, and I'll see you in my next video.